Hi, I'm Mr. Ronje M. Ruales, an AMA Online University BSBA major in Management Information Systems student. In this video, I would like to discuss how we can deal with stress. It's very important because a little stress can be motivational, but a lot of stress can damage our health and even our relationships, and we don't like that. But the good thing is, with the right management technique, we can reduce the amount of stress in our life. We should identify and assess our stress trigger. It's not about being a negative thinker, by the way, but unfortunately, we usually avoid dealing with our known triggers. It goes like we experience one and somehow survive the situation, and then just put it out of mind as if it doesn't exist, until of course, it happens again. That's why it's very important to identify our most common triggers at work and in our life. First, consider the word who. Who might be a trigger? Could be your mom, dad, siblings somehow, your relatives, friends, your boyfriend or girlfriend, your spouse, your colleagues, or your beloved boss. Next to ask yourself is the word what. What is the task or topic that often elevates your stress levels? I could say for me, I usually feel very stressed when my boss starts yelling and shouting when he's approaching during his bad moods. Then consider the word where, because physical location can be a big variable. Maybe you're in a boss office or in a particular person's house. Only when you name the clear one or two most relevant locations can you begin to manage them. Finally, think about when. Is it always during one meeting? Or maybe it seems to happen at one particular time every day. The more we know about when our stress happens, the more we can be mindful about managing it more effectively. Stress will never disappear, but it can be lowered and kept in check. Now that we know our stress trigger, managing our availability is one of the important knowledge we should learn. How much time you're often and available for others? How much time you allow yourself to be interrupted? We should be reminded that we are not supposed to be universally available. Because if lower stress and productivity are your goals, you must learn to selectively disconnect. By that, we can focus on whatever we are working and avoid future stress. For example, sometimes even I already have my plan to do such important stuff, I turn out to set it aside when my friends start to invite me to hang out. In result, I just stressed myself in the end that I wasted my time and I didn't have enough time to do my important things. Sometimes our stress is associated with particular people and how we interact with them. By that, we should be aware on how we need to manage our interactions too. For example, one of my colleagues is really a strong trigger for me. His attitude is mostly annoying and working with him are really hard. For this kind of situation, I usually try my best to avoid him, or if we see each other, I will plan a better way to excuse myself. But if the person who triggers you is your professor in school or our parents, yes, we cannot avoid them, but still we can maintain a respectful interaction to lessen the stress at least. Next is time management. This day, one of the most valuable skills is time management. Mostly our stress is the result of our laziness that we don't respect our own time. For example, sometimes it's really hard to me to wake up in the morning even I know that I already late at my work. During those times, I'm just thinking about how good to stay in my bed, hugging my soft pillow. And because of my early laziness, I arrive in my work. My boss is so angry and give a lot of pressure to me the whole day. By respecting our time, we can avoid such kind of stress. Keeping our stress level manageable is a goal that's within our reach. I know that sometimes the topic of stress can seem large and complex. However, it really all comes down to making a few simple, positive choices, but how we think and how we behave. Choose things that you know will make you feel happy and a little more at peace. You see, when you take a small bits of time to pursue fun and real connections, you experience positive emotion and positive thoughts, and you gain needed perspective. So make time for a little fun. Finally, find time to be thankful.